Bob, this is very exciting.
Absolutely. It's our 6th anniversary celebration, and our good pals over at Joffrey's are helping us out.
They are. They're giving us a 20% off discount code.
With Loop 6, LOOP6. But keep in mind, this thing is only good until midnight Eastern time on Monday, February 11th.
So you got to go
you better
fast.
Stock up.
Yes.
Did you get yours?
I did.
Me too.
We better roll the open.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. For those of you who have joined us at the Polynesian Village Resort Hotel, aloha, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World local monorail system. During the trip, we request that everyone please remain seated and that there please be no eating, drinking, or smoking. Thank you. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
Bob, I'm very excited for today's show.
Absolutely, me too, Tim. 6-year anniversary. We had these folks on about for our 4th anniversary a couple years ago,
yes.
And they were kind enough to come back on and talk about all of the great stuff that they've been doing in the Disney parks. Of course, we're talking about our pals from Pixar. Tim, go ahead and introduce who we have on today.
I'm very happy to have on the show today Tasha Sounart and Steve Mason. Hey, guys.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the show. We appreciate you taking time with us and for Looper Nation to know we've had some technical difficulties. So these guys are so nice. They've stuck through our technical difficulties as well. But we really, as Disney fans, as Pixar fans especially, we just want to thank you guys so much for the great additions that you guys have put into all the Disney parks worldwide. I mean, these new Pixar lands are just fantastic. Are you guys happy with how everything has turned out?
Yeah, we've been a little busy over here. But I mean, we're working hard, and I think everything is getting really good reactions from fans, and it's just really fun to see everything in the parks. And I was able to. I actually didn't work on Toy Story Land that much, but I was able to ride the Slinky Coaster finally a couple weeks ago, and it's just really fun.
That plus all the stuff in the Pixar Pier and all the stuff just worldwide. We just seem to have just a flurry of activity right now, and it's just been really received really well out there.
Outstanding. Yeah, everything. I mean, the reviews have just been phenomenal for all of it, all over the world. Out of all the projects you guys have worked on all over the place, which has been your favorite so far?
Oh, we're not allowed to pick a favorite. No.
It's like your favorite child. Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to say. There are so many things, and they are a lot of fun. Each has their own little individual signature, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I think recently the Pixar Pier has been the thing that's occupied a lot of our time because there's just so many recent additions and new additions coming, and I think we've had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, and I think it's also Pixar Pier is a little different because it's actually representing our company.
Mm-hmm.
So not just the characters, but the company Pixar. So there's a little bit of pressure, I think, to represent the company well and really try to get across, the charm, I guess, of our films. Personally, my favorite is the Lamplight Lounge, which is the new restaurant that went in the space where Ariel's Grotto used to be. And that is a project that I worked on a lot, going through all the archives to try to pick out the coolest artwork and some posters that maybe not as many people in the U.S. have seen. Some toys that were from our cabinets here at Pixar. Some of the employees even donated old T-shirts and toys. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot of fun, like going through all that stuff and kind of curating the whole thing. And I think it turned out really awesome, and the food's good. So
I would agree. I think the great thing is that Tasha and that group were able to really capture basically what it feels like to be in the halls of Pixar here, and I really compliment on that. And I love down to, I was talking about before, the menu that they made for it, just so gorgeous, the way it's bound and the illustrations inside. I feel like it's such a fresh representation of us, and just like Tasha's got a good point of like, how do you represent what happens in the walls of Pixar? And I think they did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Can't wait to enjoy that restaurant. I was at the Paradise Pier a couple of years ago before you guys had taken it over, and it just seems like from everything that I've seen, I liked Paradise Pier. It was okay, but it just the theming wasn't as good as it looks right now with everything that you guys have done. Do you find that as well?
Oh yeah, I think the transformation has been amazing of just seeing that all come to life. And like Tasha said, it's like it isn't just picking one property. It is sort of it's how do we represent all of our stories and all of our characters in a way that feels like it works together. Like we've created the little neighborhoods. I think that's why with the Incredicoaster, everything around that supports that story. And I think then we move into the Toy Story area where everything supports Mania, and upcoming we'll have Inside Out, and then there's just that all that thoughtfulness. I really think created a really nice vibe to the pier now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't wait to visit. That's one I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, summer this year I'll be out there. So looking forward to it.
Let us know. Yeah.
All right.
Make reservations at the restaurant.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And by the summer, the Jesse's Critter Carousel should be open, and that's one that I've been working on. I worked on the Incredicoaster, and now I'm working on that carousel, and I think that's going to be really fun as well. And that it's a major transformation of the carousel that was there, just like the Incredicoaster was a major transformation of the California Screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, with the the Incredicoasters. I can't wait to ride that. Is it good?
Well, I mean, I don't really like scary roller coasters. That's probably like the scariest roller coaster I've been on.
Oh my!
But I really wanted to see all the work that Steve did to, put the characters in there and the cool effects and stuff. So I went on it. But it was actually surprisingly fun.
Yeah, it is. And I think what's great about it is trying to tell a story on a roller coaster, which seemed daunting in the beginning, and it actually turned out great. And people, I've heard that comment before, people that are not big fans of coasters are distracted enough by the storytelling that it's fun, that they're sort of just like into that, and it's thrilling, and it sort of works.
And really, like, even just having the music there, is really cool.
It's a big win, right?
Makes you feel like you're a superhero, like flying through the air or something.
And and I think the Imagineers, just working with them was just so great. And there's like the ideas they came up with about how to sell this story all along the way. Even as you wait in the queue line to line up, we begin telling this. Well, even before that, the land itself supports the story. But as you get in there, we're sort of saying, hey, it's the dedication day where the city has come together to dedicate to this ride to the Incredibles. And we have animation that was done in-house by Pixar animators that had just finished working on Incredibles 2 that did the animation for the Q videos in there that sort of had the Incredibles family being interviewed. And it sets up the idea that they're going to be on stage and talking and maybe ride the coaster, but Edna and Jack are going to wait in the VIP lounge. And then the story ensues from there. I may not spoil it for you.
Oh, man. Sounds exciting.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I want to ask. So Disney comes to you. They say, Hollywood Studios, we want to put in a Toy Story line. We're only giving you 11 acres. Now, is it tough to get, what all did you want to put some stuff in there that didn't make it in there? How do you decide, what you want to go in there? And was it tough to shoehorn everything in there?
Again, yes. There's we always have a huge appetite. And I think that's what's great. I think that they partner with us really well at WDI and with the parks, where they understand that we really care a lot about these stories and these characters, and we really want to represent them as well as we can. And anytime we get the opportunity, it's just same way we make our films here. What more can we do? How much more can we do?
Right. Always looking for ways to plus it.
And
like add little bits of storytelling.
And you see somebody over in the corner with the accountant in the corner getting a little nervous as we but I have to say, with Toy Story Land, I don't feel like we really were limited much at all. I think that they really, really invested greatly and made a wonderful land. I just love the way that came out.
there's always stuff in there that, we had usually at the beginning of a land, the thought process, we have a brainstorming session, and there's just tons of stuff that comes out of there that never makes it to the park, unfortunately. But, maybe at another park somewhere in the future, we always save all that stuff. Right. So
the real world really limits you.
Usually that in budgets.
Sadly.
I will tell you a fun thing working on the on Toy Story Land. We did a lot of things. One of the great things is there's the Jessie and Rex sculpts that are in the middle of the Slinky roller coaster. And in posing those, we were working with a new engineering group that it was amazing to see how limited the thinking was until you got the Imagineers involved. That's really their idea. Their job is to take something that's fanciful, something that the animators can come up with here, and then actually engineer it in the real world, where you take it to a normal engineering firm and they look at it and go, "Why are you doing that? That makes no logical." Like, yeah, that's where Imagineering comes in, because it's like, if we make logical sense, it's going to be the most boring pose at all. And I think the point of that is you got a really dynamic interaction between Jessie and Rex up on this tower that sort of was really fun centerpiece to that roller coaster experience.
When you're doing something like Toy Story Land, how many times do you need to watch the movie? Like, before you start, while you're watching it, after things are done, how many times do you think you've watched it?
Oh my gosh, a lot. And in fact, and I think what's really nice is the group on the other end will all do their homework as well, and will sometimes come up with things that we've even forgotten about. We're like, "Oh, what about the little scene with this?" And we're like, "What? Is that in the movie?" Like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's awesome." And so I think that collaboration is what really gets you coming up with some really fun additions, and it's a chance to expand these stories. Even though the Toy Story universe is pretty expansive, we start to tell the story even more in the park. So it's like, what does Andy's backyard look like? What are some pieces that we've sort of missed out on? What are some of the other toys he has? And I think that's the fun part of what can we expand on that still feels true to the story.
Very good. Now I got to ask. Go ahead, Tasha.
One thing, it made me think of like that box of the Rex toy. So you can see it from the Slinky Q. It's like a funny the packaging for Rex, but he looks like a really scary dinosaur. So it's sort of like, branching out on like, okay, well, Rex is a dinosaur toy, so what would that branding look like? And he's like marketed as a super scary dinosaur toy, which then it becomes kind of a joke because of his personality. Keep an eye out for that in Toy Story Land.
Which actually makes sense, because he's constantly asking, "Was that scary?" In the first Toy Story, he's asking everybody, "What did I scare you? Am I scary?" Oh my god!
That box is like his dream of his dream. And you're right; it's such a laugh when you see it, and it is done with the big volcano in the background. It's like this real extreme moment, and it's so fun to know that our real character, which you see later on the coaster, is terrified up there on the Jenga tower.
That is awesome. I got to ask: you got Toy Story 4 coming out pretty soon? Is there anything in Toy Story Land that is actually that we're gonna see in Toy Story 4? Or are you prepared to make any kind of changes if need be?
I'd say it usually goes the other way. Like, so we work in the theme parks group. We don't actually work on the films. So usually we're taking like what's in the films and putting it in the parks. Okay. It usually doesn't go the other way, because usually they're working on the film at the same time as we're working on our stuff. So they wouldn't even know, like,
right.
put in there. But, there's always like stuff that is in the new movie that we're like, oh, we need to update this. I don't know if we can talk about any of that, but
I think that, in vague terms, I think that will be the case, though, is like that we've brought in the Imagineers early on to have a sort of sneak peek of the film and get some ideas for what they could potentially use in the park. So I think there will be some tie-ins coming soon.
Ooh,
nice.
Yes. that's exciting.
I was like a little cliffhanger.
That's a teaser. So you guys, I mean, and Tasha, you were just talking about the restaurant and all of the things that you guys have put into all of the parks. And I'm talking worldwide now. You've represented just about all of Pixar in all of the movies, and even some of the shorts are in the parks now, at least representations of them. Any movies or characters that you'd like to see in the parks that aren't there yet?
Oh, yeah. I think everyone has their own personal favorites. So,
well, I think we're in general, and we're probably going to be on the same page. Is like we all want to see more Coco. It was such a phenomenal success, and I think it's been so well received by everyone. And it's such a beautiful film. Mm-hmm. There's so much that we want to see more.
Yeah,
of.
There's a lot of opportunity there for, especially like Land of the Dead. It's just so cool looking.
Yeah.
Like anything with Coco that comes up, we're always like, yay!
And I will say in vague terms, there is some stuff coming there too.
Oh, nice.
I think that's just a beautiful film. I don't know what were you going to say.
Yeah. I mean, Coco's one of my favorites, and I think my other favorite is Inside Out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, again, anything that comes up with Inside Out, I'm always like really excited. We're working on a new ride for Pixar Pier. That is coming also this summer based on Inside Out. So I'm having a lot of fun. But yeah, anything Inside Out, like I love.
Yeah. So, and you did the Bing Bongs. Did you want to talk about
Oh yeah, I worked a little bit on that. The Bing Bongs candy shop in Pixar Pier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. So that was fun.
And the Anger, the hot dog shop, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's really cute. Like that figure turned out really nice and is just a really fun little photo op there.
I love that.
Everyone stops at it.
I know. I love that stand, and I even love the way you did the condiments there, where it's like the different the different levels of anger. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like annoyed.
Yeah.
Disgruntled or fiery mad. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Like, and I think that's the great thing is like carrying this storytelling to almost every level in the park is what the Imagineers and what we try to all do as well as possible. So that down to what do the trash cans tie into? How do the benches look? How does everything tie into this storytelling? So when you feel in that, you're so immersed in that story that you just you don't even notice it sometimes, but you just feel it.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Now, real quick, I got to ask before Tim asks you the next question. Did you guys have a hand in? Because everybody has seen the video of the what's the little boy's name in Coco? It's
Miguel.
Miguel. Did you guys have a hand in the puppetry that thing that they're doing in the parks now?
We did indeed. That model was posed here at Pixar by animators that had worked on the film, and then it was, and then we decided to go with a little more of a wood. It sort of felt like it was wood carving instead of trying to be sort of really true to the character. We wanted to just have some fun with it and accept the fact that there was going to be a puppeteer there and sort of embrace that story and still feel alive. And that way we could have a storyteller. And I think the result has been just phenomenal. In fact, that puppet just came to visit Pixar last week.
Yeah, we all got our pictures taken with it.
Oh, really? That is brilliant. It is beautiful and so well done.
Yeah, it was, and it has been just like it was something that was, it was something we hadn't really tried before. We weren't really sure how that was going to work. And the minute we saw the first sort of the test back from the puppeteers, and once they got the feel for it and really made it their own, it really came to life. And it's just been, the response again has been great.
Yeah, super charming.
Yeah, it seems so realistic. And the first time I saw the video on YouTube, somebody had posted, I was blown away. It's beautifully done. And you don't even notice the puppeteer behind him. You really don't, because you're so focused on Miguel.
I know. They are so good at it. I mean, it is like any real good puppeteer that you're so distracted by that great performance that you don't notice that person there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so cool.
All right, guys, I want to ask. So in the Disney subculture, everybody in there kind of knows about the hidden Mickeys. Is Pixar hiding some hidden Pixar things around for people to find? And do you know of like some that are out there that nobody's found yet that you're just kind of waiting to hear?
Yeah, well, I mean, I personally will sometimes try to get the Pizza Planet truck in.
Nice.
Where I can. So yeah, I'm working on the new Lightning McQueen attraction at Hollywood Studios, and the Pizza Planet truck is in there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So now you can look for it.
Will do.
Just because it's in all the movies, so I think it's fun to also put it into the Pixar attractions.
And I will say I'm working on the Jesse's Critter Carousel, and we've embraced the hidden Mickey on that too. So there's a few of the actual hidden Mickeys that you'll find on that carousel if you're sharp-eyed enough.
Okay.
Nice. So you're throwing hidden Mickeys in as well.
Right. We got to acknowledge the boss. So it's Mickey's land. So he's allowed to be hidden around.
Tasha, absolutely. Let me ask you about the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. I guess that's opening the end of March. How exciting is that?
Oh, really exciting. I've actually been going to Florida a couple times to work on it. The animatronic is looking amazing. So I'm just really excited for people to see it and just see what people's reactions are. I think it's looking really cool.
Yeah. Everything you showed me is look awesome. So, oh my god.
Yeah.
What are they going to get to do with that?
Well, I don't know if that much information has been released on that yet. So what I can. But it's basically a show where you go and you can see Lightning McQueen, and he's teaching you all about how to be a great racer. So yeah. So I don't know if I can really talk too much about the content of the show, but it's looking really awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You can't blame us for trying.
And we did original animation for it here, so there is a lot of new content.
Oh wow!
Wow, I know everybody loves Lightning McQueen. Everybody. Yeah,
he is such a appealing character with Owen Wilson's voice. Like it's just he just does a great job. So just makes him like really fun.
I might be diming this company out. I don't know, but I was at an RV show in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and they had a golf cart that was Mater and a golf cart that was Lightning McQueen. Very well done. I hope I don't get those people in trouble, but they're beloved characters,
Nice. No, I mean, we get to see like people decorated their cars like them. Like they send pictures to the company. It's just really fun to see like how much people love these characters. Like we love kind of fan feedback.
We do love the fan appreciation.
Yeah.
It's true.
Good.
Anytime, like you said, anytime we put something out in the Pixar Pier, I can tell you our group checks Instagram immediately to see how it's going. How's it playing? Do people love the shop? Do they love the roller coaster? So we're paying attention to make sure you all enjoy it.
It's got to be nice to have that instant feedback now. I mean, back in the day, you kind of put something out there and you had to wait until, people reviewed it in the newspaper or whatever. And now you're getting that instant feedback. So that does have to be a little bit nice, I would guess.
Oh, great. Especially if you set up a photo op when it's a little obscure, you're not sure if somebody's going to go for it, and suddenly you see it just all over Instagram or Twitter or something. Like, yes.
Nice. Do you have any walls? Walls are a big thing now all of a sudden. Any photo walls or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, in Pixar Pier, like we put in some. I think there's some Buzz Lightyear wings,
well,
and there's the Coco wings. I hope those are still there.
I think
there's the up balloons, so you can pose like you're holding the balloons.
Oh. Yeah.
So we try to make them a little bit interactive. Like they're pretty fun. Like you can pose like you have Buzz Lightyear wings.
Yeah. I think and that's the thing now is that sort of our thought process now has changed to. Everything can be a photo op. Like, what are we working on? Oh, we're working on a trash can. Can that be gorgeous? Can we get somebody to take a picture of this?
Yeah.
Will somebody?
Or the food can't just taste good, but now it has to look good.
That's right. All these food blogs, yeah. I have seen the Buzz Lightyear wall. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I got to jump away real quick from the parks, though, because I got to congratulate Tasha on her work on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, thank you.
And I have to do that because my son absolutely loves this game. He's 18 years old and he just can't stop playing it, which he's got to get his homework done. So thank you, and I'm kind of upset, but anyway. But what was that process like?
Yeah, so most of the time I'm dedicated to the theme parks group here at Pixar, but I also work part of my time with the interactive group at Pixar. So any video games that feature Pixar characters come through us, just like how stuff from the parks will come through us as well. Basically, Kingdom Hearts, it's developed by Square Enix, and they've had games in the past that have had Disney characters, but this is the first time they had Pixar characters. So they came to us like really early on with some ideas for which worlds they wanted to feature. And so we were part of the process all the way from the script to layouts to animation, character designs. Like we definitely were involved with all of that stuff. So it's just kind of a back and forth process, like very collaborative, where they will send us ideas or drawings, and then we'll kind of do some notes or drawovers, and we'll go back and forth until we have something that all of us are happy with. And I've been a big fan of the games for a long time, so for me this was kind of a dream project. I just had so much fun working on it, and their team is so talented and just such a attention to detail that it was just very, very satisfying to see like their animation is just really good. So it was just really fun to work with.
Yeah, it really shows. I have sat down and watched him play. I can't play video games anymore. I don't know why. I'm just getting too old. But I'm watching him play, and just the detail is phenomenal. It's the one that I was watching him play the other day was it's almost like you're on the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Oh yeah,
at the parks. Yeah, very nice. He loves the parks anyway, so it kind of takes him back to the parks and all that stuff. So very cool, very cool.
Yeah, it's cool how they worked in the little attractions in there. It's like it's just really fun. Like you just see new stuff popping up all the time, and it just stays like super entertaining. It makes the battles like really over the top and fun.
And Tasha's not going to toot her own horn too much, but I'm going to, because she worked so hard on that. I think it was such a labor of love for her. I remember so many times at night she's working extra time, like looking at this stuff. And
oh yeah. The time difference with
job.
Japan. We always have to have the meetings at the end of the day,
Oh no.
Oh my.
But because you love the game so much, you just came to it with such a passion that I think it really shows in the way you brought such appeal to that.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's really exciting to see how much like the fans are really so excited about it. So it's really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great game. But my son's grown up with them, and this is just it's taken another step. It's taken a leap from what it used to be, and it's so well done, so well done. So
good. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Now that we got Pixar in there, then hopefully now we can keep doing more with
Pixar.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You've got a little bit of content you could throw in.
Yeah. We have more interesting stuff.
Hey guys, I wondered, do you guys ever get excited? Because we've heard that, Disney Cruise Line has 3 new ships coming out. Now, I don't know if anybody's coming to you, but do you always just, when you hear something like that, do you get excited about the possibilities? Does your mind already kind of start thinking about what you might want to do if somebody asks you to do something?
Yes,
yeah.
We've worked with the cruise ships in the past on a lot of things. There's Andy's room in one of the cruise ships. It's awesome. And even some of the events and stuff. But we are always working with them.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy because each cruise ship is almost like a miniature park.
Mm-hmm.
Like each one has restaurants and shops and little rides and playgrounds and just all kinds of stuff. So we have a lot of fun working out the cruise ships.
And there are a lot of upcoming opportunities with them. And I think that what's different about that too is, like Tasha said, it's like a theme park, but the time you spend is a little longer, so the attention to detail is even greater, and the restrictions are a little harder too, because now you're dealing with this enclosed space, and everything has to be accounted for. The weight, like working with the parks, it's like everything. There's nothing frivolous, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Everything has to be well thought out, and I really hand it to the group on the Disney cruise side that really comes up with all the underlying structure to all that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got our fingers crossed that there will be a ship just dedicated to Pixar, because, I mean, and it's we love the other ships, don't get us wrong. I can't wait to do the one where the Star Wars experience is and the Marvel experience, but it would be great to just have a Pixar heavy ship would just be awesome.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm actually taking my family on our first Disney cruise this coming summer. We're going to Alaska, so I'm extremely excited about that.
Tim did that cruise. He loved it.
It's beautiful.
So I got one last question for you, and that is, everything you do in life has a tendency at one point or another to become monotonous, and it just becomes a job. Do you ever take a step back and go, wow, I can't believe how lucky I am that I'm doing what I'm doing. Look at this. Look at what we've done. Or is that every day for you guys?
I'll say first that and Tasha and I both were animators before we came into this job, and I think for me, animation reached a point where I'd sort of felt like I'd done a lot, and I felt like, okay, this is fun, but what else is there out there? And when I joined the theme parks group, what was really fun for me is the new challenges every day. I have no clue what they're going to hit me with.
Yeah.
What somebody's going to want to make. Like, you want what? And it's like just the things that the parks or the Imagineers come up with. It's just like, wow, the challenges are a lot of times things that have never been done before. And I think that's what keeps it fresh for me, is that like daily, I never know which part of the country is calling me. Is it
or
Tokyo
world?
Disneyland? Or the world. Yeah. Is it and what is the project going to be? And is it going to be in the air, or is it going to be underground? What's
right? And it's just like
fresh.
Yeah, and it's just like the mixed media aspect of it, where it's like some stuff is physical, some stuff is animation. Some stuff might be 2D animation, 3D animation, like a combination of like physical plus projected media. So it's just really fun because everything is different. Yeah. So I definitely haven't felt like bored since I started working at theme parks.
That's a good point. There is so much going on that I don't think there's time to sit back and reflect on it. At any one time, there's so many fires to put out, new things to work on, that I think we're moving so fast.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, we're looking forward to the next chapter and all the cool stuff that you still have going on over at Pixar Pier, and I look forward to checking it out this summer when I'm out that way, and can't wait to go down to Disney World. Tim's seen Toy Story Land. I haven't seen Toy Story Land yet. I still got to get down there. So, but Tim,
yes,
that is all I've got for Steve and Tasha.
Excellent. This is a super quick question. I'm just going to ask. I have to ask. I heard that the Heimlich Choo Choo train from California Adventure was going back to Emeryville, there where you are. Have you seen it, or what's it doing?
Oh yeah, it is sitting in front of one of our buildings here at Pixar.
Nice.
And people are taking their photos in it. In fact, me and Steve need to go over and get our photo taken in it, because I don't think we've done that yet.
It's so cool. It's just like I remember one day walking by and when it appeared, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. Tasha Sounart, Steve Mason, thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I'm Tim Scott, Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com.
Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes. I'm all fluster.
We're starstruck.
What else you folks do, Tim?
Oh, share the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoop.com.